everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to do a boyfriend reading for HueningKai to figure out what type of boyfriend he is. So I'm so excited for the new TXT comeback, and I was thinking, should I do a TXT video after their comeback? And I was like, I don't know, I'll record it now just in case I want to upload it like now. But if not, the comeback already came out. So I hope you guys like the music video. I can't really tell you anything about it besides they look very pretty in their teasers and their preview stuff to the different versions of the album. They look very nice, they look very pretty. But do know I'm recording this in October 29th, so the music video hasn't come out. I haven't heard the songs or anything. Anyway, let's jump into this reading and figure out what type of boyfriend HueningKai will be like. So, I want to start off by saying that I wonder if he's okay. The cards haven't really shown me anything to be super concerned about. I feel this is super intuitive message that kind of came through, or concern, I guess you could call it that. I wonder if everything's okay with his family or with his community. There's something about something's off. I just don't know what it is. Something is off enough that I do feel that he has it constantly in the back of his mind. I just don't know what it is. And I'm just saying it in case any of you guys were concerned about that for some reason. I don't know, maybe some sort of confirmation for whoever's watching. Anyway, let's get into the reading. So, the deer and the buffalo, both of them are earth signs, so this already shows that his vibe or his energy is one that is very soothing, very calm, very put together. Earth energy is very stable, is very solid. It is also the energy of people that they can seem a bit cold and detached at times, but it's because these people are very practical, so their approach and their way of doing things is pretty well thought out. Even the most reckless of earth signs have method to their madness, and by that I mean that you can have, for example, Taurus energy that can seem like this bull that is just going full force and laser focused towards their goal, but they still plan things out a little bit, or they have a method to the way that they approach things. And then you have other signs, for example, like Virgo, that they have planned, in the Capricorn energies that have everything planned out to the smallest and tiniest of details when they're doing something. But regardless of their approach to things, at the end of the day, earth energy is one that is very slow moving. So he's the type of boyfriend that doesn't jump into relationships. He's not the type to just date anyone. This deer energy tells me that he could be very inexperienced when it comes to dating, but that inexperience is because he's very cautious with whoever he's dating. So he's either not super interested in dating quite yet, or he's not the type to just casually date. So he will not be the type that will just be like, let me date someone for the sake of dating someone. He will want to date someone because he finds that person to have what he's looking for in a partner. With the buffalo card is the card that just reminds me of two people, and that is Sulki and DK. Because when I started off my channel, which was a couple of years back, the people that got this card, I don't even know which reading I had done. Maybe it was their individual readings, I have no clue, but I think it was something related to love, and the buffalo came up for both of them, and I just it just really sucked to me, and it still does for some reason. So one thing that they both have that I think is kind of coming into Kai's reading is that he will be the type of boyfriend that is very gentle, very caring, very loving. Someone that is very sentimental, very detail orientated. He pays attention to the smallest of details when he's doing something for whoever he's dating, but he will also pay a lot of attention and observe very carefully whoever he's dating. I do feel that he is the type that at first glance people may think that he may be a bit cold and detached or maybe hard to reach, but in reality he's just very guarded, and he's actually very loving and caring to whoever he's dating. So I do feel that words of affirmation is one of the big things that are just coming to my mind right now. I think because I'm thinking of this Aquarius energy. But anyway, this Buffalo card tells me that he's very cautious but extremely intuitive. He gets constant epiphanies because this lightning in the background and the color purple makes me think of the third eye, and it makes and the to me lightning means epiphanies. It's like this spark of like instant realization. So I do feel that he's gets he gets spiritual downloads quite frequently. He gets epiphanies very often, and he just connects the dots very easily. So when all the pieces are laid out for him, he just sees how everything connects and how everything works together. So this also involves people. So when he is dealing with people, talking to people, and just interacting with anyone, he kind of sees the big picture, or he's very good at reading people. The best way I can describe this as well is that he's just very good at just knowing what people are all about. What I mean by this is that it's not really easy to fool him. But this deer energy just makes me think that he's also someone that is very pure, very innocent, very genuine, very sincere, and also very inexperienced, I feel. And he is also quite easy to scare in the sense of he's not the type that likes to put himself in dangerous situations. That's how that came out. But yeah, I do feel that he's also someone that loves to be in nature or surrounded by nature. And if not, he likes to have things as natural as possible. Organic. An organic conversation was what came up. So he likes to have relationships that just work out instead of forcing a relationship to work out. So he's not the type that will put a lot of time and effort. And this is a relationship of any kind where he feels the other person doesn't like him. If he feels the other person doesn't like him, he will not push it. So that's why an organic relationship. He will also not actively approach someone, even if he wants to be with them or befriend them or get to know them. He prefers for things to just kind of happen naturally. So maybe if he's in a group with friends and then he meets somebody else, that's how he makes more friends, is because everyone just kind of was in the same place at the same time hanging out. He's not the type of person that will go out of his way to be like, oh, I want to be friends with this person, let me approach them and talk to them. He's not that type. So, yeah, organic relationships. Now, we have, for the oracle, we have regeneration, community reverse. I was going to say communication, but community reverse, the fates, and unfinished symphony. So, he's a type of boyfriend that has very big ideas. The fates makes me think that he believes in divine intervention, believes in destiny, believes in fate. He's a type of boyfriend, or he's a type of person in general that believes in finding like his soulmate. You know what's funny? One of the reasons why I wanted to use the wisdom oracle was because one of the cards is a penguin, and I know he's defined as a penguin, but the penguin card is a card that has the word soulmate on it. So I do feel, if I can find it, I'll show it to you guys. So I do feel that for him, he wants to find someone that is a soulmate to him. Someone that just works well with him or that matches him. Someone that complements him very well. So I don't think he's necessarily looking for someone that is like him or someone that has the same hobbies as him. But he is definitely looking for someone that either understands him or someone that fits very nicely into his life, if that makes sense. I don't really know what that means for him, but that's what I'm getting at. So this is the card that I was talking about. It's a little penguin, soulmates. It's very cute. It almost looks like someone is overlooking into the relationship. So if he's connected to his spiritual team and all of that, maybe even his ancestors, he is aware that he's being guided, that he's being taken care of, and because of that, he trusts that there's someone out there for him and that he will find his way to that person. The other thing that I was going to mention is a community card reverse tells me that he feels alone, or he feels like he's on his own. And in this case, I'm not saying that his community is toxic. So in this case, I'm assuming fans, the group, staff, family, friends. Not necessarily. I think community reverse tells me that he is searching for his found family and he just hasn't found it. Ha ha ha. And we'll talk about why that's the case when we get to the wheel here. The regeneration card tells me that he's a type of boyfriend that he will definitely be there in thick and thin. When things are rough, when things are going well, he's a type of person that is extremely loyal, extremely supportive, and he will make sure that whoever he's dating knows and is aware that he will always be there. So he's very attentive in that sense. Because of all of this earth energy, I will want to mention that for sure. Earth energy is a type that is so solid that the moment they commit to something or to someone, or maybe even an idea, they stick to it. Earth energy does not like change, and earth energy is not easily swayed to change either. So in this case, he's a type of boyfriend that will want to work things out, will want to clear misunderstandings, will want to figure out the best course of action to solve a problem. And even if it takes a lot of time and a lot of dedication and energy, he will put the work to make sure that things work out at the end. So if he already made a decision that he's going to date someone, and everything that had to get done to get to the dating stage and the dating stages has happened, then he's going to be extremely loyal to that person and he's going to stick to them through thick and thin, specifically. Yeah, he's very good at compromising and finding the middle ground and negotiating. So all of those words just kind of show that he's a type of boyfriend that will be very understanding and will want to make sure that the relationship works out. Now, the unfinished symphony tells me that he's the type of person that doesn't like to leave loose strands. So again, clearing misunderstandings, making sure that if he were to date someone and things don't work out, before he gets into another relationship, he will want to make sure that all of his baggage is done with the first relationship. So he's not the type of person that will bring exes or just any sort of baggage from his past or from his past relationships into new relationships. So also another thing that I'm getting is like if he has an issue with a group of friends and those people don't like another group of friends that he has, he likes to keep them separate or to remove himself from the situation. So he doesn't really engage in petty drama is what I'm getting. Also, the unfinished symphony just tells me that he's the type of person that is aware that things are always moving, that everything's connected, I'm getting. So there's not like a concrete beginning or ending to stuff. It's like there is a transitional phase between stages or between levels. I don't know if games can describe the unfinished symphony. Also, the unfinished symphony, one thing that just came up is that music can be very important when he's dating. So maybe he will make a playlist for whoever he's dating, or he will send song recommendations very often, or he will like to sing for them or compose for them or something like that. I think music will be quite relevant or important when it comes to his dating life. The other thing that I got is when he's dating, he would like to date someone that he sees himself having a long future with. So what I mean is like if he sees a person and he may be attracted to them or would like to date them, but he can already see how things are going to end off or how things will end with them and it's not a good ending, he will not date them. So, and that also boils down to like friendships. If he meets someone and he feels that he's not going to get along with this person, or he feels like there will end up in a fight or a misunderstanding, like he just kind of gets like this intuitive vision of like things are not going to work out, he prefers to not even start those relationships. He prefers to just keep those people or those relationships at arm's length. It's kind of like, if I see that things are not going to work out, what's the point in putting myself in a difficult position? So again, he trusts his intuition and he's very intuitive. Now let's look at the tarot cards. So to clarify the regeneration card, we have the Queen of Crystals reversed and the Shaman. So that's actually Taurus energy, which goes very very well with the Buffalo card because I was thinking of Taurus energy with the Buffalo. But the Queen of Crystals, or the equivalent to the Queen of Pentacles, when it's reversed, it talks about someone that is supposed to internalize the energy of what represents the Queen of Crystals. And the Queen of Crystals is supposed to describe this energy of someone that is very abundant, and that abundance is overflowing to the point that they're able to support other people, care for other people, nurture for them. And when I mean care for other people, is like maybe support them financially or taking care of any cravings that other people may have. That's a weird way of putting it, but what I'm getting at is like giving gifts to people, spoiling other people, nurturing, caring for them. So when the Queen of Crystals is reversed, this shows that all of that energy that the Queen of Crystal puts out should actually be put in, meaning that the Queen of Crystals, whoever it represents, that energy is supposed to, take, self-care, self-love, pampering yourself, taking care of yourself. That's the energy that the Queen of Crystals usually talks about. So this card being here with regeneration, he's a type of boyfriend that is aware of the importance of having time for themselves. So he takes care of himself on his own, and he will give the time and space to whoever he's dating to do the same for themselves. So he will be very, I got the word in Spanish, consentidor, which in this case just means that he will pamper and like rotten, there you go, whoever he's dating. So will want to give them gifts, will like to spend time with them, just hang out and have a very chill date, a very chill time, just enjoying each other's presence, each other's company. And with it being reversed also shows that he also respects the space, and you know what I'm getting? He's a type of person that when he's dating someone, he wants to make sure that they don't lose themselves in the relationship. And what I mean by that is like wanting to make sure that both parties preserve their independence, their independent thought, their independent way of doing things, is like having an equal, balanced power relationship. A sense of like being equals rather than depend on each other. Being of support for each other, but not necessarily need to be there for each other. It's like choosing to be together rather than feeling like there's this, rather than feeling the codependency of having to be together. That's what I'm getting here. And with a shaman, this is the equivalent to the Hierophant, and here we have divine wisdom and spiritual power. So I do feel that HueningKai is the type of boyfriend that is aware of the changes and transformations that people go through. He is conscious or can see the spiritual evolution or adaptation or improvement that people go through, and he's able to kind of see and identify when someone, like, what people have to work on for themselves. So I do feel that if he gets into a relationship, he's going to be very aware that whoever he's dating is not perfect, and he's also going to be very aware, or he will just know what baggage or whatever work that person has to go through for themselves. So I don't think he will judge that person for not being like 100%, as much as he will just intuitively pick up that, like, whatever issues whoever he's dating will have. So he's just aware somehow. I think that's one of the skills that he has that makes it easy for him to just read people, or to like identify who will be a good match for him or not, just in general. Like, who will be a good friend, who will not be a good friend, who should he have an arm's length, and who should he just not deal with at all. But yeah, with a shaman, that also tells me that he's very traditional, he's very conventional. Like, whatever rules, whatever ideas he has of romance, he will definitely stick to that. So he will definitely be like the one that he will like to have a very traditional relationship, whatever that means to him, or whatever, or however that looks like to him. So whatever idea he has of dating, whatever idea he has to what a boyfriend should do, and how a boyfriend should treat their partner, he's gonna stick to that. So whoever he's dating will have a very clear idea of what to expect from him in that sense. Now, the other thing that I'm getting here with a community reverse. So the reason why this card is reversed is like he lacks a sense of community when it comes to found family. I think he's specifically looking for like-minded people, and he hasn't found that quite yet. He knows they're out there. He just hasn't found those people quite yet. And the wheel, seeing how long it took for this card to come out, feels like it's destiny and it's fated for him to meet his found family, his family pod, however we're gonna call it. His found family, his soul family, whatever name you want to put it. But he knows they're out there. He knows that he will eventually meet these people. It's just a matter of time, destiny, and fate. He believes in that very strongly. So when it comes to other types of relationship, like friendship, or in this case, a soul family, he is aware that they're out there. He is aware that he will meet these people and that he will feel like his community is finally there for him. It's just that he is aware that it's not really within his power to make that happen. It's just like a matter of time. The wheel is it's Jupiter energy, so I do feel that he is aware that when he meets his soul family, there will be a lot of abundance coming through, not only for him but for the people involved. There is a sense of getting connected to the network or getting connected to his web of people, his network connections. So I think he's so spiritually connected that he is looking for other people that understand this side of him that can be quite difficult for others to just grasp and understand. So the wheel here just tells me that with time, this community card will turn upright and he will feel at home once again. But at the moment, he feels like he's kind of like on his own, or he hasn't really found people that understand him to the level that he wants to be understood. So when it comes to dating, I do feel that whoever he wants to date could, or whoever's his soulmate, could potentially be part of his soul family, which in a way I guess it is true, because he already has like this partnership with whoever he's dating, right? At least in the soul sense. Now, for the fates, we have the Four of Shells reversed. So the Four of Shells is equivalent to the Four of Cups, and with it being reversed, it's actually pretty good, because the Four of Cups or the Four of Shells usually describes someone that is a bit distracted, someone that is bored, and with it being reversed, I do feel that he's not putting pressure on destiny or on fate to find someone. So he's not pressuring himself to date, and he's not really pressuring himself to find a partner or anything. He's just allowing things to just happen naturally, and he's not forcing anything or resisting. So in that case, he will be the type of boyfriend that will always find something fun to do. He is a type of person that is generally very optimistic, and he is quite spontaneous as well. So whoever he's dating, he will like to just out of nowhere talk to them, or like if he thinks about them, then he will send them a message or communicate to that person that he was thinking of them. There is this sense also of he will always try to find something fun to do and share that experience with whoever he's dating. And I do feel that even though he is looking for like the one, or looking for a romantic partner that reaches these levels of understanding of him, he's not putting pressure on finding that person, because he's aware that he's kind of asking for like end game type of thing. So he's not impatient. Now, the other thing that we have here is the Seven of Shells, or the Seven of Cups reversed with the Unfinished Symphony. I do feel with this card being reversed that HueningKai is the type of person, as we talked earlier, is like he's the type of person that he likes to finish his cycles. So if he has emotional baggage with a situation or with someone, he likes to heal that, overcome that, and then enter onto the new thing. So Unfinished Symphony tells me that being clarified by the Seven of Shells reverse is like there's many paths out there, but he likes to kind of stick to one and see it through till the end. So when it comes to dating, is like, again, he's not someone that just casually dates, and he's not the type to date just for the sake of dating. He's not the type to date to just not being on his own. He's okay with his own company. He is okay with being single. He is okay with waiting to find like the right person for himself. So the Seven of Shells reversed tells me that he's not the type that crumbles on their options. So if he has found someone and he's like, this is the person that he wants to date, he's not going to be looking at other people. He's not going to, like, he's very loyal, he's very focused, and if he already picked a person, he's going to stick to that decision. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I think the Buffalo, the Seven of Shells reverse, and the Shaman all kind of just express this whole idea of like when he makes a decision, it's very hard to kind of shake him off that decision, which can be very promising in a relationship, right? If he picks a person, he's going to stick to that person. And let's just hope everything is very healthy, though, which I think it will be, because I do feel that he doesn't really guide himself by his emotions in an unfiltered way. So if his heart feels like attached to someone or attracted to someone, he does have the mental capacity to hold himself back enough to analyze if that person is good and to analyze if the relationship will work out, which I think it's a good balance. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This reading felt very, very nice in the sense of it is on, like, I was able to understand like the spiritual aspect of this relationship. I don't think I was able to give you guys a lot of like tangible, he will do this, he will do that. I think it's more of like situation, vibes, and I guess energy, rather than he would like to go on adventures, take them out on dates, and this is the type of dates and stuff. I think this is more about like his mentality and his thought about how relationships work and how he would like to navigate them, rather than what he will do as a boyfriend. Which, I mean, I guess his way of thinking about love does say something about what type of boyfriend he will be. So I guess we still answer the question, right? Anyway, I will see you guys on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Once again, I hope you guys like this reading, learn from it, or at least found it entertaining. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the love and support you have shown me and the channel, and make sure to show a lot of love and support to the TXT comeback. I'll see you guys on the next one. Love and healing from my part to you, and bye.